lot of shit been going on. I'm gonna keep it straightforward. Coronavirus has been went around my family. Everybody has been in quarantine for a week now, and it's been stressful. I look very raunchy because I have not been taking care of myself, taking care of my parents. My mom has had it the worst so far. She's been showing a lot of symptoms. She's been fine, haven't gone to the ER or anything, but she's had a lot of body aches, a fever on and off. My dad, both of my grandparents, my grandpa, I just saw him right now. He's usually someone who's always lighting up the room and stuff like that, but he had that really sickly look on his face, and honestly it was just really sad. But on top of that, your girl voted today. I haven't been able to participate in any of the marches going on locally or anything like that because I've been in quarantine, and on top of that I was trying to prevent any kind of exposure to the COVID, so I have not been in public. But I've been really anxious. It's really nerve-wracking and whatnot to be taking care of a whole ass family, going from only worrying about myself and making sure that I ate that day and making sure that I got to work and all of that, to making sure that both of my parents ate, to making sure that a 1-year-old has his diaper changed. It's been a flip in just a week, and that itself really like changed it for me, because I knew if I didn't do something that Maggie was gonna pick up whatever slack I left. But because she did start feeling bad, she was laying down and stuff like that, and it's just been hard. And keeping things like this bottled up is not good. I don't even know how to pinpoint my emotions because they're literally everywhere. I'm just hoping for some kind of normalcy to come back soon. Probably won't be for a while. Mom started some medicine to hopefully make her feel better. We'll see how that goes. But time is really crazy. Me and Maggie, we were talking and we're like, you know what? This is gonna be this time in our lives right now with the civil rights going on and this pandemic. It's gonna be one of those things that when kids are sitting in a class, if they're sitting in a class, who here was alive when COVID-19? That was the question we used to get about 9/11. We were sitting in class, and 9/11 was one of the most current events, right? And that war, when I was in 3rd grade, 4th grade at least, and they'd be like, raise your hand if you remember. And I did not know. I was 2 or 3 when 9/11 happened, so I didn't know. And that would be Anthony right now when he's in 3rd, 4th grade and they're learning about this stuff. So who remembers? And he's not even gonna remember, but he's living through it. That's so crazy to me. And not just that, it's crazy to think what I learned in elementary school versus what I got taught in college. College just really opened my eyes for me completely. It was really, really needed. Growing up, I grew up in a predominantly white school. It was a very low-key school, but I was always one of the only Hispanic people in our school, and I knew every single other Hispanic that was there. I knew their name, but I did not know them. I was not friends with them. Why? Because we usually gathered with the other people, and the other people were either black students or they were white students. It's just crazy going to college and learning about relearning or actually learning what I was taught in elementary school. It really opened my eyes to see how whitewashed, if you want to say the honest So I'm really looking forward to being able to talk to my future kids, to kids in my family and stuff like that, because I want them to know the real truth about what is going on and how it was handled and stuff like that. I don't just want them to think that it was global pandemic, people stayed home and stuff like that. I want them to know our president left us being scared all the time. He never answered none of our questions. His answer to our crisis was take a shot of Lysol. Like, what the hell? I'm gonna tell them that these riots were not to try and destroy the country. They were to try and build the country from the shambles it's been living on top of, that it's been trying to bury. It's just really eye-opening. I feel like I grew up in a time of quote-unquote peace, but it was not really peace. It was just a time of quietness. People were scared to talk about their beliefs and stuff. They thought it was going to be better to just, nod and smile and whatever. But, like, no, that shit, it's over with. The peace has been kept for a long time. Shit is gonna shake, and I feel like I'm gonna have a voice in this, but I'm trying to find it. And I know it's gonna start personal, talking to the people in my life and my immediate circle and stuff like that, and keeping the topic open and in the conversation, not being scared to make people uncomfortable, because why be scared to make somebody uncomfortable when I literally grew up my entire life being uncomfortable by comments made? You know what I mean? So don't be scared to make somebody uncomfortable, because that only makes you uncomfortable. And why is that fair? Not to make somebody else uncomfortable, to just to keep the peace, when no, because then that's not talked about, and then it it happens again and again and again. You got to cut the cycle somewhere. And I feel like that cycle is going to start with me. I feel very, very passionate about this, and I feel like it's starting to really open my eyes to more of the kind of activism that I want to do. I'm still trying to find my nook in this. A lot of people have been saying on social media that you can't speak for black people, and that is very true. But as a woman of color in American society in the South, I feel like I still should have a voice, especially for those that are still scared to say something. There's still a lot of things going about, like for DACA reforms and stuff like that, and those people have nobody to speak for them. Why? Because it's one of those things you just don't talk about. People are scared to talk about their immigration status, and it should not be like that. It should be something you're able to talk about, and something that people want to support you, not something that people can use to degrade you. You know what I mean? Especially when you're here and you're trying to better yourself and you're trying to do something good, you just can't. So the silence is over. Stephanie's about to speak the fuck up. And I know I should not be driving and doing this, but literally I can't even take a shit by myself right now because Anthony is up my ass. And that is fine. I know, he's a baby, he can't help it. His mommy doesn't feel good, and I'm fine. I'm his godmom. I'm supposed to, be able to take care of him and stuff, but shit. Guys, that's it. I still have a lot of shit to say, but that's where my mind took me right now. I'll be back with more soon. So I just left the grocery store. I just came back from doing some laundry, and when I was leaving the house, my mom told me that she was gonna have to go to the hospital because she was still having a hard time breathing. And so she went while I was at the laundromat, and she texted that
she was being admitted because she had low oxygen levels. And I'm scared because my grandpa has pneumonia right now. I was trying to face that because I'm like trying to stay optimistic for my mom, but whoa, I'm pretty sure I did not breathe the entire time I was just in the grocery store. This got so serious. I thought she was about to start feeling better, but she hasn't. I'm on the brink of a anxiety attack. My chest got tight. My started itching. I'm trying to calm down before I get home because my little sisters are gonna be there. They're gonna be stressed out. I'm supposed to be the big sister, you know. This is really scary. I know she's gonna be fine. You gotta stay optimistic, but the way I think, the way my brain copes, it's not where I go at all. She was already really sad about her dad. People who are sad and not optimistic, they usually takes them longer to feel better themselves. I don't know. It's hard. She does have pneumonia. She literally just texted me. She's gonna be in there for 5 days alone. She can't have nobody because she tested positive for COVID. Being an adult is hard because you have to consider so many factors, and you're probably one of the last ones on the list, even though you should be at the top. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to deal with it. I was reading to occupy my mind, but it's hard, especially when you've already been anxious this whole time. And all I wanted to do was hug my mom, and I couldn't even hug her because she's been in quarantine for 2 weeks. And I feel so bad because you could just see it in her face. She needed a hug too. Especially when she found out that my grandpa was bad. So I really hope he pulls through. He's going to. I was supposed to be back at work today, but I had to call out. This shit is hard. But life literally pulled my ass here for this moment, so I need to be grateful that at least right now I can be surrounded with people that we can take care of each other. It's gonna be okay though. We gotta stay positive, gotta keep moving, gotta keep working out, keep my mind busy, keep moving. I'm really scared. But at the same time I'm not, because I know that anything that's gonna happen is with God. And that's what takes a big burden off of myself. It was hard for me to even think that I believed in God. I mean, I always have known. I was literally raised in church, but that path has helped me with my anxiety and knowing that the world is bigger than just me, and that outside of my own thoughts is bigger things going on, whether it be God or destiny or whatever. I've come to accept all of it because I know it's all bigger than me. And so in times like this, I like to remind myself that, there's a reason, and if you keep faith in whatever it is that's bigger than you, gonna be okay because it's part of your own plan and everything goes in the bigger scheme. So I'm not letting my little problem affect me. That's just how it goes. Need to do some journaling so I can figure out what I am thinking. Venting is not helping me. Venting to people is not helping me because I low blow my own thoughts. And a conversation works both ways, so you have to listen. And I feel like I need to be the only one venting right now. Not that I'm saying nobody else gets to vent, but that's what I personally need. I also just need a hug, so I need to feel some tightness to help the tightness that I'm feeling. Jeez. It's okay. We're gonna be fine. My mom is gonna be fine. She's gonna get the help that she's been needing at the hospital because she has been struggling. She couldn't even get up to go to the bathroom without being winded. It's gonna be okay. Go home, make some dinner, clean, get a workout in.